Hello everyone, this is Lena. Welcome back to the Crafty Meraki YouTube channel. Today I am using the leftovers that I have from the Bar None Slimline Die, as well as this adorable stamp set Missing You Every Single Day by My Favorite Things. So first up, I am going to color in all these images by My Favorite Things using my Copic markers to color all of them. Now I am going from darkest to lightest. This is what works for me. If you prefer adding your colors from lightest to darkest or starting with a base coat, that's perfectly fine. Whatever you feel comfortable with is the way to go. So I am using Transotype Perfect Coloring Paper. This is a paper that allows me personally to add a lot of layers without any bleeding. But what I have noticed about this paper is also that I need at least 2 layers of my Copic markers to have the blend that I want. So that's what I'm doing every time, and if I need to, I add some more layers to get the blend that I want. Now I am going to show you 4 different color combinations using the earth tones today, and actually you will see that this image and the previous one have some similar markers. The E33, E53 are in both of them, and this is just a thing that I wanted to shout out. Actually, you don't necessarily need a lot of markers. Sometimes there are a few markers that you use all the time, and then just by varying the third or the fourth color that you're using, depending on how many colors you're using, of course, you can have so many different combinations. So that's something that I wanted to point out. And then this cat is going to be colored in with E40s. We have E44, E43, E42 and E40, excuse me, and E41. So that's the cat, and that's a really soft grayish brown. And that's what I really like as well, because you have all those vibrant colors later on in this card. So a critter with less of a vibrant color are just perfectly fine to use. And then I'm just also going to add the darkest color onto those little stripes. So doing that, and then for the bunny, actually I am using this color combination for the first time, and my opinion about it is that it's strange. I do like it, however, but this is sort of a brown color with some greens in it. And maybe it's a bit strange for the bunny, but I have some greens in the rainbow that I will be making later on, so I just thought it was perfect to add close to those colors. So all E's, so earth tones, and still a greenish undertone in it. But isn't it cute? Like, the critters are so adorable, even with a green shade in it. It works for me. So having colored them in, I'm going to use the matching dies to cut them out, and then I will be playing with the rainbow colors. Now, as you know, I already said in some previous videos, as well as on my YouTube channel, I am addicted to the Bar None Slimline Die. If you ask me what my favorite slimline die by Crafty Meraki is, definitely the Bar None Slimline Die. I have used it in so many different ways already, and I had so many bars left over. And I said it from the beginning, never throw them away. They are perfect for sentiment strips. I already use them like that. But also just if you have like different colors and different color families, at one point you will have a rainbow, and if you don't have it completely, then you can always partially die cut the Bar None Slimline Die if you want a few, or just completely die cut it, and then you have your rainbow like I do here. I have searched for at least 2 bars of each color, except for the darkest ones, well, the blue and the green ones, because I knew that an A2 size card doesn't need like crazy amount of bars. So I assembled them, and then I could start adding them to my A2 size panel. Now, as you can see here, I mounted this panel with some purple tape onto my craft mats. I aligned them straight using the grid on there, and then I could make sure that my first line was aligned straight, so horizontally. That helped me because afterwards you can just start adding all the other bars right next to it without making sure that it's aligned straight. If your first one is good, then it's good. However, my panel was a bit crooked apparently, so my last one, really tiny one, shows that a bit, but I don't mind. In the end it worked out, so that's the most important thing. I also added a bit of a gold glitter cardstock, and I just love it in between my rainbow. Now, something that I want to say, if you want to know which colors that I'm using here from cardstock, I just only have all the colors from Concord the 9th, so it's from that brand, and I will be listing all the colors from this rainbow down below. But if you have some cardstocks from several brands, just create your own rainbow and enjoy it. And truly adding all these bars to the panel is so satisfying and so relaxing. You don't need to trim your own strips if you have this Bar None Slimline Die and the leftovers, and it's just amazing. So this card is going to say miss you 24/7 every single day, but at the same time with the rainbow I think it's a really hopeful card. Well, that's what I think, but I really like how it turned out, and I just get so happy when I look at this card in my stack of cards, so I hope that it creates the same feeling for you. And then you already see those critters lying there. You could stop right here without critters, definitely, but I just love critters, so if I have a possibility to add them, I will. So when you die cut things, I love like the white border around it, that's why I really love dies also. But on the bottom of my image as well, there isn't always color. I'm just going to take a scissor and trim that small piece, that small edge on the bottom of each critter off. And then I will make sure that I add those critters right against one of the bars so that it looks like they are peeking from behind it. That's the idea. Just adding them with a bit of liquid glue, making sure that they are aligned like this, and that I'm going to do with each and every one of them. Now again, you can stop right here. Really, you can. There are so many ways of just making this type of card. You can also use other critters, of course, if you want to use critters. You can stop after the critters, you can use embellishments, you can only use a sentiment. Well, I'm going to do it all, but keeping it simple. We already have a rainbow. I'm going to add just a few embellishments after I added this panel onto my card base. So I'm using an adhesive roller, adding it. It was a bit crooked. I wasn't able to get it off. No worries. I trimmed off the excess, and then I decided upon adding just one heart next to every critter, a white one, from this heart sprinkle mix, but I love the white ones. I just need a pack of only white hearts. As you can see, I have a lot of pinks and reds left. The white ones are spare. That's because I use them all the time if I can. And then with these added, I am going to stop adding more things, keeping it simple. And this is my card. So I truly hope that you enjoyed this video and that you will get going with the crafting with your leftovers from the Bar None Slimline Die. I just adore it. This rainbow card gives me so much joy when I watch it, and I hope that you feel the same way. If you like this card, you can always give this one a thumbs up. I would truly appreciate it, and I will be back soon with some new crafty inspiration. Bye!